This first video is entitled, "There's a Massive Shift Happening in the Gaming Industry." It's got 32K views, and this is by Stu's Gaming Corner. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Over the past 2 years, there has been a really clear shift in the gaming industry.
I still need to play that game.
It's something that just can't be ignored anymore. Players are asking for more complete single-player experiences, but the industry keeps pushing in the opposite direction. Live service games, always online, multiplayer first, that's where the focus has been.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure he's about to go into this. Dude, live service games have been getting a tank, dude. They've been getting an absolute tank. People are making these live service games, and people aren't biting. And it's like, for the first time in a long time, I'm seeing people make the push on this stuff. And it's so freaking awesome to see that indie games, single-player games, games made with creativity and passion are really pushing through the slop here. Let's keep going.
And honestly, it hasn't really worked out to this point. You look at Sony and the recent push into live service, and it has been absolutely brutal. Projects are getting canceled, games not landing the way that they expected, and it just hasn't connected to their core audience of fans.
This is such a side note, but has anyone played Death Stranding? I want to know if both these games are any good. Could someone let me know?
Meanwhile, the biggest games over the last couple of years, they've always almost been single player.
We don't know what America, we don't know what a kilometer is. Well, that's true.
Complete experiences, games that respect your time instead of trying to keep you locked in for decades. And even the biggest live service game over the last decade is now starting to show cracks. The fatigue with these games is real. The constant cycle of updates, battle passes, seasonal content.
Don't worry, guys. All that's going to change when they make Disney Arc Raiders. Oh, my God.
Starting to wear people down. And it feels like that always online fast fashion approach of gaming is finally starting to fall off a cliff. But there's another shift happening too behind the scenes, and this one feels a lot deeper and more intentional.
Is it weird to think that I think it started with like in 2022 and maybe 2023 with like Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate? I feel like we were still getting so much slop in 23 and 22, but we had these games that pushed through into the light that just showed everyone what gaming could possibly be. And it's like, I feel like the more and more slop is getting rejected as time is going on. I think gaming really is taking a turn. And I said that in my previous video, and now I'm gonna clip it and say it in this one.
It's not just about what people are playing, it's about why.
All right, Shelly, get you some food.
Hello, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm Stu, and this is my gaming corner. On this channel, I talk about upcoming games, gaming news, and just my overall thoughts and updates on what I've been playing. Also, I'm a teacher, so gaming has always been one of those passions I always come back to unwind and relax. It's kind of a way to stay connected to something I've always enjoyed. So if you're into gaming too, and you just want more real, honest takes on what's happening in the gaming industry, consider subscribing to my channel. It's pretty clear,
I like that, respect,
that something feels off with a lot of big budget Western releases. And I don't think it comes down to one specific issue. I think it's a mix of priorities getting pulled in too many different directions.
I would not just say it's a Western thing. I mean, predominantly I would say Western, but it's not just Western. It's just modern game development in general and the tools that everyone has at their disposal. You know what I mean? It seems like most companies nowadays, their cheapest thing to do is just hire a bunch of people and teach them Unreal Engine. But nobody really knows Unreal Engine. They just kind of know Unreal Engine. They know it enough to slop together a game, but not enough to optimize it. Law Robert says, "Yo, Moldy." What's up, Robert?
Monetization, live service systems, trying to appeal to everyone all at once. And somewhere in all of that chaos, the actual game starts to lose focus. And you're seeing it in the results. Sales are not hitting expectations. Player counts are dropping off a cliff. Games are launching and then just fading out.
Yeah.
But when you look at what's coming out of Eastern studios and a lot of time indie teams, it feels completely different. Like they're in a different space.
Man, I was so sad when that Korean, whichever studio, Neopol, the guys that created the first Berserker, Kazan, Man, they got shut down, dude. And also the studio that made Wu Chang as well. That was kind of a heartbreaker. Wu Chang I can kind of see, but I thought Kazan was so freaking good and people like reacted to it so positively. I swear to God, I cannot believe that they're not going to be able to make a sequel.
This year alone,
heartbreaking.
Titles like Neo 3, Resident Evil 9, Pragmata.
Hey, we're going to play that one today.
Like Crimson Desert, which has probably been the biggest surprise of the year so far because it all looked too good to be true, and then they proved us wrong and showed us that they were cooking something magnificent. And the common thread between all of these games is that it isn't just quality, it's clarity. They know what they wanted to produce. They know exactly what kind of experience they were trying to deliver, and they delivered on that experience.
Which, God, we haven't had that in forever. It just feels like they're trying to shove everything into a game that they think will sell, and they just shove it all in there. And then they hand you the game. It seems like a lot of games have a lack of clear, direct vision, or at least leading up until now, they have been. And once again, kind of what he's talking about, it almost feels like it's coming back around. We're having game studios and directors that have direction, that have creative vision, that have ideas that are solid. You got to play Death Zone. What is Death Zone, Goth Milk? I feel like now saying Goth Milk, I feel like I'm saying Got Milk. Got Milk. Halo vibes, but more fun. Okay, I'll have to look into it. Hell yeah.
They're not trying to be everything all at once for everyone. They're not overloading their titles and systems designed to keep you playing their game forever. They're focused on being fun, being engaging for the time that they have you, and actually giving you a complete experience on that game. And I think that's the real difference right now. It's not East versus West, but focused vision versus scattered priorities. This past week, we got 2 really strong releases with Pragmata and Mouse PI for Hire.
And we're doing both those today.
Both of these games is how focused they were when they released.
God, that hold on. Look at how beautiful that poster is on the left by Capcom. I want one of those hanging up in the back, dude.
For Hire. And what stands out for both of these games is how focused they were when they released.
You should play Call of Duties with the boys. I'm not really about that. I mean, maybe one of the older ones.
Pragmata being a brand new IP that leans into a challenge, but also brings something different to the table. It's not just a shooter. It mixes in puzzle mechanics in a way that actually feels fresh, and it gives the gameplay a rhythm that you don't really see a lot in most modern shooters.
Hello, Monica. Welcome in.
And then there's also Mouse PI for Hire, which goes in a completely different direction. It takes that classic boomer shooter formula and throws in this almost old cartoony Disney style and puts that spin on it. It doesn't take itself too seriously with a bunch of jokes about cheese, apparently. And that's kind of the point of what makes the game fantastic.
Man, isn't it crazy when you get off work, you've had a packed, crazy day, and you just want to come home and disassociate into a video game that's actually video gaming instead of a game that's trying to preach at you or a game that's trying so hard to be realistic it's not fun. Like, I'm glad we're coming back to this era. It's like, when did we stop playing and making video games just for the sake of video games? You know, we do some crazy stuff and go on some sort of rampage or like do some ridiculous stunt in a car just to have some fun. You know what I mean? And I love that this era is coming back around into this, and I hope it continues. What are we watching anyways? I'm reacting to 3 random videos that I picked before the stream, and then we're going to start the game up. I normally start at 8:30, so I'm a little early today.
I haven't really played a lot of boomer shooters myself, but this is one of those games that actually makes me want to go back and play the other stuff like Doom.
I've had too much of my spicy goth mama juice. It's Dead Zone. What? Why? Whoa. Girl, why is that censored? What is that? What?
And see what I've been missing for all these years. I was recently watching this video by Mug Thief on YouTube, and he actually does a really good
Hey, I seen that one.
Down the cultural shift that we're starting to see in gaming right now. Because it's not just about what games are coming out, it's about what players are starting to move away from. Live service definitely is not dead quite yet, but it definitely doesn't feel as dominant as it did just a couple of years ago.
The only live service games that I'd like to see remaining by the time that everything is all said and done are live service games with a passionate dev team that actually care about their player base and aren't there just to service you for microtransactions and more money, but also to create an amazing experience and have the players' problems at heart. That's what I'd like to see remaining. Obviously, that's a dream scenario because people are going to keep chasing that cheap microtransaction slop, but, you know, alcohol. No, I'm aware that that's what you meant by goth mama, spicy goth mama juice. But then you said it's Dead Zone, and then there is 4 asterisks at the end of Dead Zone. Did you curse right after you said Dead Zone? What is it? I can't see it. Chili asks, hey, who are you? Yeah, I'm Moldy. Mr. Moldy Lemon. Mr. Lemon, if you will.
And honestly, I think that's a good thing. The space started to feel overly predatory, constant monetization, battle passes, systems designed to keep you logging in instead of actually enjoying the game. And you're starting to see that fatigue set in for players all across the world. Even something like Fortnite, which has been the biggest live service games for years.
Fortnite's coming down in numbers.
Current landscape. Players aren't as logged in as they used to be, and people are starting to look for something different and real. You even see it with newer releases like Arc Raiders, which was the biggest game to drop on the latter half of 2025. And there's hype at launch. People jump in, they enjoy it.
Hello, welcome in.
Players long term,
welcome in.
Becoming harder and harder to do.
Oh, just correcting my mistake. Okay, I was just trying to figure it out. Man, people played the crap out of Arc Raiders, and then they started to get bored with it. It's just hard because I feel like that dev team probably can't update the game fast enough. I don't know what's going on with that. It was like flooded with, obviously, when a game launches, it gets flooded with players, and then we get normalized like a normalized player base that's much lower in numbers than launch day or launch week even, or even the first 2 weeks, you know. And then after that, they give an update, and then the player count comes back up for like another week or 2, maybe longer, and then it goes right back down to normalized numbers again. And then this repeats throughout time so long as they keep updating the game. Otherwise, it stays at normalized numbers until people feel like they no longer care about the game, and then it like dies. They just consumed Arc Raiders so freaking fast, bro, was the problem there. Everyone and their mother consumed this game like crazy.
Forever, for years, is starting to feel off.
Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet? Not for stream. Yo, what's up, Joe? Welcome in. Big Chief John, hello. The burnt peanut helped with that? I guess that's true. I guess that is true. We gotta go get some goop. I love those burnt peanut memes where it's like, my wife's boyfriend let me sit here and watch the burnt peanut for the rest of the night. So, and get a little bit of goop. Oh, the shit cracks me up. I really enjoy the burnt peanut. His clips especially are really great. Mr. Big Chief John, welcome in. Ramen, I love ramen. Moldy, you know what time it is? 8:21.
It's almost like a dystopian reality when you really start to think about it. People don't want to live inside of one game forever. They want different experiences, new ideas, something that actually feels worth their time to play. And honestly, the more unique experiences that we get, the better it is for gaming as a whole. And honestly, Sony is starting to feel the effects of that live service pivot firsthand, and it's hard not to look at it as a complete misstep. For years,
I have this game, it's fun. Oh, Arc Raiders?
Strong single player experiences, that was the brand for
it's time for a peanut pin. I think you're right, Robert.
A huge amount of time, money, and resources got redirected into live service projects in a new era of console gaming, a lot of which just didn't land the way that they intended to when they announced the new project. And when something like that happens, there's always a trade-off, because while these projects were in development, it feels like we missed out on a lot of games, or at least had to wait a lot longer for these games to come out, for things that we've been asking for years, like a Days Gone sequel, something new in the infamous realm of games, another Uncharted game probably, or even finishing the Last of Us trilogy.
I wouldn't mind a Days Gone sequel. I mean, I felt like that game was pretty good, like a solid 7.5 or a 7. If they really polish it up, I think it could be like an 8, 8.5.
Or
it's peanut time. Oh God!
Whether these projects were guaranteed or not, the momentum to release them just isn't there right now for Sony. And at the same time, we're seeing rising costs across the board, with consoles now more expensive, subscriptions going up in cost, and it's getting more expensive just to stay in gaming ecosystems. And when players are paying more, the expectations also go up with that as well. And also that being said, the recent shift back toward focused, high quality single player experiences has been refreshing. It feels like a return to what made gaming fun in the first place, and PlayStation being one of the best game makers out there. And if the gaming industry can really lean back into that same energy again, I think the next few years could end up being a lot stronger than the past few years. As someone who spent the last 12 years almost exclusively playing live service games, stepping away from that,
he does make me laugh, but damn, getting sick of it. Someone did a whole video explaining how Burnt Peanut being a successful streamer in 2026 indicates that we're in a recession. One of the best videos of my life, and it actually made a lot of sense. Apparently, the competitive nature of people and like what we want to watch tends to come out when the economy's doing really, really well. Meaning like, you know, like esports and stuff like that gets higher watch time. And then when people are struggling and like barely making ends meet and they're like burned out, essentially what they want to see is someone who's fun, who's not taking themselves too seriously, who makes you feel more relaxed, more at ease, having more of a good time. And so I get the logic behind it. Yeah, but just type in like burnt peanut is a sign of a recession or something in YouTube. It's an amazing video. Amazing video.
Has been kind of eye-opening. Going back and experiencing the games that I missed and seeing what's coming out now, it honestly feels like I've been playing games the wrong way this entire time. And I don't think I'm the only one starting to feel that shift. If you made it this far into the video, you'll definitely want to watch this next one as well, because I break down why roguelike games are quietly becoming one of the most important genres in gaming right now.
Agreed.
And how they're shaping what's coming next. Trust me, it will change the way that you look at a lot of modern games.
I think roguelites are great because they offer enough randomization and secrets and stuff in their game to where, like, one, no run is ever the same, right? So you can do a million runs before you finally experience what, like, each run looks like. But then, two, just the amount of stuff that you can cram into a roguelite. And stuff doesn't necessarily equate good, right? But they do a lot with very little. You know, like the weapon variety in Hades is pretty good. But what's even better is the amount of passives and stuff that you pick up as you play. And yeah, no, I'm with this guy. I think gaming is turning around. I think gaming is turning around, and I think we're about to do or see a lot of great stuff come out in the next 5 years. I'm willing to bet.